lesson 28, page 34. And today we're going to learn the kontakion, which happens to be on Defteros Hijos, on second mode. We've been referencing the small entrance a lot lately. All of these apolitikia, and this is the kontakion that you sing last, are part of a section of the liturgy called the small entrance, Mikri Isodos. And I wanted to show you that because I want you to have a sense of where all of these apolitikia are sung. This particular one that you see here, Prostasia των Χριστιανών Ακατέσχυνται, you're going to hear it or you're going to chant it if you decide to be a chanter for most of the year. So most of the Sundays of the year, that's what we sing to conclude that section of the liturgy called small entrance. What is small entrance? Put my camera aside. Okay, after you learn the method, we are going to learn the actual liturgia. So the liturgia starts on page 131 of this book. And if you go to page 139, you see something that says Isodos Mikri, or small entrance. Isodos means entrance, and this is called Mikri to distinguish it from another one that is the great entrance. During the small entrance, the priest, with a couple of the altar boys, comes outside of the altar, stands in the middle of the soleas, which, if you remember this diagram that I showed you, is between the two chanters' stands. The priest is facing the altar and proclaims, Sophia Orti. And then you, the chanter, are going to say, Δεύτε προσκυνήσομεν και προσπέσομεν Χριστός όσον ημάς Ιε Θεού ο Αναστάς εκ νεκρών. And then on the other side of the soleas, the Aristeros Psaltis or the Vida Psaltis will conclude this small hymn by saying, Psalondas Alleluia. Okay. Once we chant this, Defte proskinisomen, there is a process of apolitikion that we chant before and after the Defte proskinisomen. It's not identical every Sunday because it changes according to which hijos we are in that particular Sunday. We have 8 hijos, and each Sunday the hijos rotates. So this Sunday is going to be the first hijos, next Sunday is going to be the second, the other one after that the third, and so on, up until we go all the way around to plagal of fourth and start again from the first hijos. So depending on the hijos that we are in that day, and depending if we are celebrating a feast, Holy Mary, or for Jesus Christ, or for any other saint, Saint George, Saint Demetrius, any other saint, their apolitiki are going to be commemorated here. However, for most of the year, what concludes this whole small entrance portion of the liturgy is the kontakion. And for the most of the year, the kontakio is prostasia των Χριστιανών, and that's why I have it there, so you don't look to find it in other books. They're available for you. Okay, so today we're going to learn that, and that's why I wanted to make this introduction about it, so you know where it fits in the process. By the way, everything we are teaching, you are going to be chanting. We are not teaching anything that is not going to be actually used in practice when you serve as a chanter. So everything we are teaching, you will be using. Ήχος δεύτερος, the. We have the martyria of the soft chromatic at the top. We have the martyrias of the phthongi throughout, so we know where we are in terms of basis, the, scale, soft chromatic, main notes, vu and the, and the final cadence on the. Why do we have a final cadence here? Because προστασία των χριστιανών is a kontakion. Kontakion ends that section called Mikri Isodos. And right after that, the priest chants. That's why we have a final cadence, τελική κατάληξης, so that the priest and the people know that we are done with this section and we move to the next section of the liturgy. Παραλλαγή πρώτα. Δι, βου, γα, δι, δι, γα, δι, και, δι, δι, γα, δι, και, δι, γα, δι, και, δι, γα, βου. Vu, vu, ga, 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 di, ga, vu, ga, di, ke, di, ke, ni, zo, ke, ga, ke, ga, vu, ba, vu, ga, ke, zo, ke, ga, vu, ga, ke, ni, zo, ke, ga, zo, ke, buga, ke, Okay. I made a mistake. I should not spend one more beat here because I do not see any klasma. But because in most of the cases there are klasma, I automatically did a klasma there. Vu, ga, ke, ni, zo. Okay, that's the right way of saying it. And melos. Accents first. Προστασία των χριστιανών ακατέσχυνται. Μεσητεία προς τον ποιητήν αμετάθεται. Μη παρήδεις αμαρτωλών δεήσεων φωνάς, αλλά πρόφθασον ως αγαθή εις την βοήθειαν ημών των πιστός κραυγαζόντων σοι. Τάχινον εις πρεσβείαν και σπεύσον εις οικεσίαν η προστατεύουσα αΐ Θεοτόκε των τιμώντων σε. Των τιμώντων σε. Not των τιμώντων σε. That's wrong, and I hear many people repeating it more and more lately. You should not be stressing those last words, si, se. Usually the tone is brought back to the previous word. Προστασία των χριστιανών ακατέσχυνται, μεσητεία προς τον ποιητήν αμετάθετε. Some people say, αμετάθετε, μη παρήδεις αμαρτωλών δεήσεων φωνάς, or δεήσεων φωνάς, both acceptable because of the ψηφιστόν, αλλά προφθάσον ως αγαθή. Okay, many of these things I do very instinctively when I see the text. And that's how you learn. Do you see this psifistone here? We said when we were teaching psifistone that sometimes it starts from the previous note. That's the situation I was talking about. Diga, di, que diga, instead of que diga, que diga, di, os agathi, istinvo, ithi animon, Don bistos gravagazon, don si tahinon is presmian, kes pevson isi kesian, I prostatevu sai, Theotoketon Timondon se okay, final cadence. So sometimes we slow the tempo just a little bit. And that kontakion concludes the small entrance, and we are going to continue with the rest of the liturgy after that. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.